Okay, folks, welcome back. Lovely for you to attend another lesson. This topic, very important topic, pay attention. This is the topic that students are getting wrong again and again and again. There should be no reason for this topic to be getting wrong. Calculating percentages off is like the boogeyman question. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions on here. They're all based on knowing how to work out 10%. If you know how to work out 10%, you have the key to unlock all of these questions. So let's start with the first question. 10% of 750, easy, typical question that's given in the reasoning maths papers for the 11 plus preparation or any other test. When you work out 10%, whoops, wrong size pen. Okay, 10%, we are working out 1/10. To work out 1/10, we have to divide it by 10. So 10% of 750 is 75, remove the 0. 20% of 480. To work out 20%, we work out 10% first. It's like saying I have a £20 bill to pay. I'm going to give you £10 first, then another £10 afterwards. So 10%, we divide it by 10 again. Gives me 48. And then I need 20%, so then I have to times it by 2. So 48 times by 2 is, 8 times by 2 will give you 16. 4 times by 2 will give you 8. Add the 1 is 96. Done. So if you had to increase 480 by 20%, you do 480, then add 96. If you had to decrease it by 20%, then you minus it instead. Okay. 30% of 540. Again, we don't need to know how to work out 30% in one go. We like 10% because 30 is made up of 10. To work out 10%, we divide by 10 because 10% is a tenth. There you go. 10% is 54. Once you know what 10% is, you can jump up to 30% by timesing by 3. So 54 is 10%, 30% is triple that, so times by 3. 4 times by 3 is 12, 5 times by 3 is 15, add 1 is 16. Job done. If you had to increase 540 by 30%, you would do 540 plus 162. That would be the next step of the question, if that was the question. Now 50% of 88 is even more easier because 50% is a half. 50% means 50 per 100, which simplifies to a half. Half of 88, we do the bus stop. I'm going to do upside down bus stop, divided by 2. 2's and 8 is 4. 2's and 8 is 4. 50% of 88 or half of 88 is 44. Job done. Last but not least, in this video, 40% of 120, you should be getting the hang of this now. So this is easy. We can do this. So again, the analogy I give, I got to give you £40. I give you £10 first. Yeah, so start with 10. So 10% of 120 is 120 divided by 10 because it's a tenth. Now I need to jump to 40%. So if I times the 10 by 4, that gives us 40%. That gives us 48. And that's the whole page done in a very short amount of time, only by understanding that we know how to work out 10%. 20% is 2 lots of 10%. 30% is 3 lots of 10%. 50% is just half. And 40% is 4 lots of 10%. So if you know how to work out 10%, you can unlock many, many questions in percentages in a very easy way. Pay attention, make notes of this, practice this, and don't get percentage questions wrong. Because percentages are, what do you say? Say it again. Percentage questions are easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you for attending the lesson. See you on the next one.